friends. Good morning. Welcome back to Homesteading with Taryn. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Taryn. It's still quite early in the morning, so excuse me if I have my cup of coffee with me in the garden. It's the one amazing thing about working at home. You can have coffee at any time of the day. We are in my rocket garden today. This is my rocket garden from my last harvest. Now, how do we save money in a garden? So one easy way to do that is to harvest your own seeds, which is what I like to do with my rocket plants. Hold on a moment. Rocket, we use the word rocket in Africa, and I believe that you use the word arugula in America. Now, rocket is a delicious peppery flavored herb which normally gets put into salads. Now, it's really beneficial. It's got a lot of vitamin K in it, so it's very good for your bones, apart from its delicious taste. It's also an amazing plant because it's got quite a long growing season. It doesn't mind growing in colder weather. I also feel it's quite frost tolerant, as I have had quite a lot of frost this winter, and some of my rockets are still doing really well. I know that it doesn't like a lot of heat. That is when you could grow it under shade net, which is why I like to grow it here. The area is covered by shade net, which takes off a lot of the heat from our summer. So it's an amazing plant. It grows for quite a long period. It's got some amazing health benefits, and it's so easy to grow. And seed is quite expensive. So if you're going to buy seed every year, it's going to cost you quite a few rands or dollars or pounds. So I like to make or grow my own seed. How do we do that? It's easy. All you do is let the plant go to flower. What happens when it goes to flower is the leaf itself becomes quite bitter. So at that stage, most people wouldn't like to eat it. I must admit, I don't really mind. I will still eat the leaves that are growing on the bottom of this plant, which is going to flower. So once it goes to flower, that means it's starting to make seed. Now, I'll show you closely how these beautiful white flowers look, and then how it slowly turns into seed pods. Here is this beautiful white flower. Okay, these plants have got quite a few on them, and they're already starting to make their seed. If I put my hand at the back here, you can see these little green pods that are forming. That is only the beginning of the seed pod. Its shape does change. I'll show you that in a moment. And here we go. You can actually see that these are a little different. Oh, sorry, there's some shadows there. There's the little seed pod. Okay, inside that little pod are quite a few rocket seeds. I'll show you that shortly. So all you have to do is let your rocket plant go to bolt or go to flower. So basically what happens is, here is your delicious rocket plant, and slowly but surely it starts to form a flower. On this plant you can see that there's only one flower, some more coming over there. Eventually what happens is you have plants that look like this one, and there's quite a few flowers on it, and from that it turns to this. This plant over here, as you can see, doesn't really have much flower left. It's basically just seed pods. And then the next stage of this, what will happen is the plant will actually die. At the moment here, you can see it's still green and still very much alive. And once it dies off and goes brown and dry, that is when I then harvest my seeds. It's so easy to do. I cut down the plants and I sit on the grass, and then I just run my fingers backwards along the stem into a container, and I capture all the seeds. All right, and then let me take you for a walk to show you the new plants that I've managed to from the seed that I have self-grown. So let's take a walk to the hothouse. As it is still very cold here in South Africa, I have started my rocket seedlings in the hothouse. As I said earlier, it's got quite a long growing season. Oh, it's so nice and warm in here compared to outside. Okay, so as I said before, it's got quite a long growing season. So what I've done is I've started my seedlings here in the hothouse, so that I can lengthen my growing time. These two containers here, these are 3 weeks old. Okay. If you wanted to, you could actually cut these down right here and you could eat them, and you could use them as little microgreens. I'm not going to do that. I would like mine to grow into full-size plants. In a short while, perhaps when my plants become, I think, about 4 centimeters long, I think then I will start to plant them out. I will make a new bed close to where my old rocket garden bed was. I'll make a new one and I'll plant these out. I will give them quite a bit of space in between. I've only started growing them like this so that I can save space and I can get quite a few seedlings at one time. These ones over here in these two containers, these are 2 weeks old. You can see sometimes they take a little bit longer to germinate. I've got tiny little ones coming up over there, but they're seeds. They've got minds of their own. Okay, and then these two trays over here, they're only 1 week old. Okay, these are rocket seedlings which I've grown from my own seeds, which I harvested from last year. Okay, oh, this is so funny. Here are my rocket seeds from my harvest from last year. You can see what I meant when I said that the pods actually turn brown and they dry. They feel kind of crispy and crunchy to the feel. Here are, look at them. There are so many of them. Okay, this is a 2-liter container, 2-liter ice cream container. So you can think for yourself how many seeds are in here. I had my rocket seeds here in the hothouse because I've been planting staggered batches of rocket seeds. But unfortunately, I got a little water in my container. So now I've got some rocket seeds germinating in my seed container. This is quite funny. I'm going to have to figure out what I'm going to do with those because I don't want to waste them. This side is a little bit dry. Oh no, they're all actually going. They are all starting to germinate. Oh, these are the interesting things that happen sometimes when you don't plan for it. I think I'm going to have to make some kind of an arrangement with these seeds of mine, as there's moisture in this bucket from the rain that seemed to have gotten in through the lid. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out the seeds that are still dry, and I'm going to let them air dry. And then I think I'm going to have to plant these seeds out so that I don't lose them. As I can see, they are starting to actually grow in this container. I didn't want to plant all my rocket seeds at once, so I'm just going to try and see if I can still stagger the planting from some of these seeds, and hopefully I can save the seeds that are still semi-dry. If not, it's not a train smash, but yeah. So I think I'm going to put these onto the fireplace, and today the sun is actually shining beautifully. I'm actually just going to put them outside in the sun so that hopefully they will just dry up and I can save them a little longer. If anybody has any ideas of what I should do with those germinating rocket seeds, please give me a shout. I could perhaps make some rocket sprouts. I've decided that I'm not willing to take a chance with destroying my seeds in this container. So I'm going to plant them out. I wasn't quite ready to plant another batch of rocket, but I think it's the wisest choice to make. As there are probably, I don't know, 3,052 seeds in there, and I really don't want to lose them. So I'm going to just pop them all into these trays and see. You see, because there's water underneath it, it comes out as a whole clump, and they've already started germinating underneath. So I'm not going to take a chance. I'm rather going to just pop them in the sand, pop them in my seedling trays, and give them a better chance of survival, other than what has happened here. This was a little bit of an accident. The rain, we had a lot of heavy rain, and the rain got through somewhere, or there was moisture on the roof, and I don't know, the container was open or something. I'm not 100% sure what I did, but wasn't part of the plan. But we will just do the best we can. There we go. All right, they're even sticking to my hands because they're wet. It's okay. It's okay. All right. And the same way you would plant any other seed, apart from the fact that mine are all stuck together like a snacker bar. So these two trays are going to be quite interesting. I think I'm going to have clumps and clumps and clumps of it, which I'm going to have to find a way to sort of separate. But these are the moments and the fun things we have to deal with. Or let's just say these are the unplanned things we have to deal with. But it's all good. Alright, so then I'll pop them in the soil as best I can. As I said, they are in ginormous clumps, but it's okay. I feel that by me doing this, I won't lose as many of my seeds as if I was to leave them in this container. I don't really want to make rocket sprouts. I want to make rocket plants. Anyhow, that's it. They're all out. These ones here I'm going to dry. I'm just going to put them in the sun, and I'll keep an eye on them. I'll just keep them out for a couple hours today, and then I will put them back in the house. I won't leave them here in the hothouse. Oh, I've still got rocket seeds all stuck to my fingers. All right, let's go find a place to put the rocket seeds, the ones that need to dry. So I've decided just to leave them here on top of my water tank. The reason being is that I don't want to forget about the fact that I've put them outside, because if I do, then this evening the moisture's going to go into the container again and I'll have the same problem. So I've put them on the water tank here close to the front door, so that just in a couple hours time I can just not forget to take them and put. So just a little interesting piece of information. A packet of rocket seeds, which consists of about 100 seeds in a pack, can cost you anywhere between 12 to about 35 rand. That means it could be about $1.50 or a pound and a pound. So not only am I saving money on harvesting my own seeds, I have hundreds and thousands more seeds than what I would have had if I went to a shop and bought them. If you went to the shop, I would have probably bought only a pack of 100. But now I can plant hundreds more because I'm able to actually make my own seed. So this is how I feel that we save money and I'm able to produce more. Thank you so much for joining me in this video, and my new subscribers, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.